In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to create a speedometer or gauge chart in Excel. A speedometer chart is a great way to show progress, performance, or a single key metric in a visual format that looks a lot more dynamic than a standard chart. Even though Excel doesn't have a built-in gauge chart button, you can still create one using a pie chart and a little formatting. I'll walk you through the process in a simple and practical way so you can follow along easily. First, open Excel and start with a blank worksheet or the workbook where you want to build your chart. It helps to have some space available on the sheet so you can enter your values and see the chart clearly while you work. Next, enter your sample data. This is the foundation of the gauge chart, so make sure the values are laid out clearly in separate cells. Your data will represent the different sections of the gauge, along with the value you want to display. Keep your numbers organized because that will make the chart easier to format and adjust later. If you plan to use this chart in a report or dashboard, this is also a good time to double check that your data reflects the range you want the speedometer to show. Once your sample data is ready, go to the Insert tab in Excel. This is where you'll find all the chart options available for turning raw numbers into visuals. Since we're building the gauge effect from an existing chart type, this step is where the transformation begins. From the Insert menu, click on Pie. Choose the pie chart option to generate your initial chart based on the sample data you entered. At this stage, it will still look like a regular pie chart, and that's completely normal. The gauge appearance comes from how you customize it afterward, not from the default chart itself. Now it's time to format the chart. This is the most important part of the process because formatting is what makes the pie chart resemble a speedometer. Adjust the chart so that only the visible portion creates the gauge effect, and modify the colors to highlight the meaningful sections of the chart. You can also remove any unnecessary elements, like a legend or chart title, if they don't help your final design. For a cleaner look, resize the chart and position it neatly on your worksheet. If needed, experiment with colors that match your report, presentation, or brand style, so the final result looks polished and professional. Once you've finished formatting, your gauge chart should now look much more like a speedometer and be ready to use in your spreadsheet or dashboard. If this tutorial helped you, please consider subscribing. We post new software tutorials every day to help you get the most out of your favorite tools. Thanks for watching.